Hey everybody, so I didn't expect the worst boss of the new expansion to be the servers, but then again I kind of did. Blizzard has been doing this for the past 20 years. They always have terrible servers on launch day. But anyway, I got about an hour of gameplay in. I was able to hit level 12. I fought a few bosses. And then I got absolutely destroyed by the disconnected from server boss. Anyway, so I am going into this expansion completely blind. I haven't looked at any guides or builds or metas or the trailer. So in this video, the idea is kind of that we will be experiencing everything together in this game for the first time. So this is day one of my journey from level one to end game, and even though I skip a lot of the dialogue and the cutscenes and stuff, there's still gonna be spoilers ahead, so be warned. So we start with the character creation, and I tried to make something that looks kind of close to me. I added some tattoos. I played around with the new hair options. These are actually pretty cool. I'm not 100% sure if these color mixes are new, but I hadn't seen them before, so they might be to the expansion. I'm not sure. But it's kind of like a weird mix of black and red and a weird mix of black and green. So it's a small thing, but it feels like it's added personality. Again, this might not be new to the expansion. Maybe I just hadn't seen it before, but I feel like it might be new. And then of course I went with the warlock because it's the brand new class, so we want to try it out. Now, after this, I came across a new system in the game. I don't know if this is a seasonal system. I don't think so because at the moment or at the time of recording, I was doing just regular campaign instead of seasonal. So I'm guessing it's just a new system in the game. And then it's called Charms. And it's basically, I mean, early impressions, it just seems like an additional layer of passive bonuses that you can equip. I'm still figuring them out, but it just looks like another way to customize your build without relying purely on gear. So this is something that we'll definitely dive deeper into later if Blizzard fixes their servers. So we kicked things off, getting on a boat heading to the new region. And of course, it doesn't take long before everything goes wrong, and there are monsters everywhere that you have to kill inside the boat. Now, this is actually pretty fun. It kind of reminds me of Diablo 2, uh, when you had to like go from area to area a long, long, long time ago. But anyway, yeah, the first boss fight happens right here on the ship. It's a pretty quick fight. It's a little chaotic. It sets the tone immediately. This boss was called the Hateform Abomination, and it is a pretty straightforward fight. It's has a bunch of little enemies that you have to kill. It has a bunch of little AOE all over the place. Um, it's a pretty solid boss. I mean, more than the fight itself, I think it's a cool design. Definitely wakes you up. Like I feel like we've seen a lot of recycled designs, so this feels like something newish. So it was pretty fun. After that, we finally made it to Skovos, and this is the new region. It is in an island southwest of the map, and right away it feels a little different. It feels less completely destroyed, but it's still very Diablo. You're kind of just walking around, listening to conversation from people. There, it kind of forces you through a specific path that you have to go through to follow the story. Eventually, you end up in the sewers because, of course, you end up in the sewers. This is an RPG, so you have to go into the sewers, and you're following one of Mephisto's disciples. And then, of course, as soon as you go into the sewers, things go sideways. We find a bunch of rat kings, and this was my first death of the expansion. It was courtesy of a new enemy called the rat collar. And again, maybe it's not a new enemy, maybe it's recycled, but it feels pretty new to me. I feel like I hadn't seen this enemy model before. uh and I did not expect to get killed, but I got killed. And of course, we recover, and then we go into the first boss of the area, which is the Vermin Monarch. And this is basically a Rat King style boss fight. We have a lot of these all over the game. Just a big old rat with holes on its back that spews out a bunch of other rats. It has a bunch of AoE. It wasn't really that bad. It's pretty straightforward introductory boss. And then right after that, you go through a small area, or yeah, rather it's like a cave system, which at the end has a another boss called the Galvanized Mauler. This is a big ogre type enemy. It has heavy AoE attacks, and the combat ramped up a bit. But this was actually, I felt, a little bit easier than the previous bosses. You know, it's pretty fun. After you get out of the sewer and cave system, you get back into the city, and there's like a pretty wild story moment because we get kicked out of the town. Lorath and the hero of the story get kicked out of the town, and you know it straight up feels like a Game of Thrones Walk of Shame. It's dark, but it's very on brand for Diablo. And yeah, there's fishing now. I tried it. It's basically an emote. Not much to it, but kind of funny that it even exists. I'm sure they'll end up adding, you know, legendary fish and whatnot. But this is when, you know, I found the real boss of the Blizzard launch day, the disconnected from server boss. I got disconnected like 4 or 5 times, back to back. And yeah, basically, this boss is undefeated. As far as the build goes, I didn't get too far yet. I just picked a couple of warlock style abilities. Just basically what sounded most warlocky, like things where I could summon demons and stuff like that to attack, but nothing fully developed. Haven't really been able to go into it. But once the server stabilize, we'll actually start putting something together. Um, Hopefully tomorrow. I think I'm gonna give it just a few hours and then try it out tomorrow. So overall, I think it was a decent day one experience. We got from level 1 to level 12. We tried a couple boss fights. We got our first look at the city in Skovos, or I don't know if this is the main city, but one of the cities in Skovos. We had a new system start to show up, and then, of course, the unbeatable enemy of Blizzard servers. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content and you want to support the channel, there are a few ways that you can help out. First, drop a like on the video and share it with your friends, family, or anyone you think would enjoy it. It really helps the channel grow. Second, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss a future video. And third, if you would like to support me directly, you can do so at allbashgaming.com. In there, you can buy me a coffee, and now you can also rep the channel with your own merch. You can grab your Loot Goblin t-shirt or the classic "It's not a glitch, it's a tech" t-shirt over on my shop. All the links you need are in the description. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. See you in the next one.